favorite super family is back. There has been a lot of hype built up about Incredibles 2, creating some super high expectations. After all, we have waited 14 years for this. So, what made the original Incredibles great? Was it the superpowers, the humor, the real-life problems of midlife crisis, marriage, growing up in general? The Incredibles isn't a movie about superheroes. It's about family. And the sequel does a really great job of continuing this theme. Now, in the original one, we have Bob, Mr. Incredible, goes out to fight the bad guys, save the day, while Helen stays at home with the kids. In the sequel, that's flipped around. Helen Parr, otherwise known as Elastigirl, gets to go out and try to change the law about superheroes being illegal by breaking the law. It's a little backwards. So while she's out saving the day, Mr. Incredible gets a crash course in parenting. When I say crash course, I mean it. He gets a cranky adolescent, a very energetic 10-year-old, and a baby, all to himself. While Violet deals with some boy problems and Dash struggles with math homework, we have Jack learning to manage his superpowers. Actually, it's more like everyone else learning to manage him with said powers. We know from Jack Attack back in 2005 just how challenging that can be. So, along with the continuation of the Parr family problems, we get the return of some of our favorite characters, the iconic Edna Mode, Frozone, Lucius and his wife, as well as Rick Dicker and Tony Ridinger. The villain for Incredibles 2 is the Screenslaver. We get a few glimpses of them in the trailers. Now, subtlety on the villain's identity is just not a strong suit of this movie. Within the first 15 minutes or so, I knew who the villain was. But other viewers might be caught off guard. After all, this movie is geared towards kids. Another complaint would be the new animation style. Animation has changed in the last 14 years, as to be expected, but it just takes a little getting used to, especially if you've recently watched the original. There's also confusion with timelines. In the original, they do a good job of showing that the story takes place over a few months. This one doesn't do that. I still don't know. A few days, a few weeks, no clue. Now, sequels in general, they're not very good. I mean, they're usually rushed, and writers try way too hard to meet popular demand and create a low-quality movie. Incredibles 2 isn't. It's well written. After all, they took 14 years to do it. And in the end, they produced a story that was enjoyable for people of all ages. When all is said and done, I would have to give Incredibles 2 a solid 3.5 out of 4. Thanks for watching.